Negro Mindango sa may as a token of appreciation, Moji.
And a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After listening to the MC, I'm very tempted to say to all of you, Dolavina. And it's a great pleasure to be here this afternoon. I'd like to thank the Honourable Minister for Women for her invitation. I'd like to formally, of course, acknowledge her, the Honourable Ministers who are here with us today, the Honourable Members of Parliament, the various industry stakeholders, and of course the various agencies, including the UN, that has assisted the Fijian government in hosting this Expo. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is your last night and I don't want to be too long and give a too long a speech, but essentially to say to you that these types of expos that we have organized, as you know, that started last year, is essentially to empower all of you individually. As individual women living in different parts of Fiji, we are here to empower all of you individually. We want you to know, we want you to feel, we want you to understand that all of you are important individuals for all of us. We'd like you to also know that you are also very important to the community in which you live in. You're very important to the society you live in, and you're very important to our country. Everybody in Fiji is as important as everybody else. Whether you live in Lau, whether you live in Rasa, whether you live in Rotuma, whether you live in Tabiuni, or Ra, or Madhuwata, wherever you come from, every single person is very, very important to us. And every single person must be, by this government's objective, be reached out to and assisted and helped. And by having this expo, as you know, it is a slight change from last year, where we have now got people who have been in a way filtered, and people who have got a better skill sets have been brought to the fore. The reason why we're doing that is to help you get connected with people who can buy your produce, people who can buy your products. I don't know if many of you know or not, but every time a Fiji Airways plane lands in Fiji from anywhere in the world, before the plane lands, there's a video that's shown. In that video, we have women artisans, women making pottery, making various other weaving mats, other handicraft, and in that video, the tourists are told to buy authentic Fijian-made handicraft. The tourists are told that you look for the logo, the Fijian handicraft logo, Fijian-made logo. That, ladies and gentlemen, will mean that there will be more demand for your products. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to empower you. We are trying to help you to gain more income, more access to resources, and be able to feel very much part and parcel of the Fijian economy. It is very, very important that we go away with that message for those of your friends and family members who are not here with you today, to be able to tell them the various opportunities that has been created by this Expo. The Honourable Minister gave me some figures, and I'd like to read out that as of yesterday, not counting today's sales, as of yesterday's sales, $334,619.60 worth of sales has taken place in 2 days. Now, if that can happen over an expo, imagine the opportunities we have if we're able to connect you to more and more people who can buy your products. And of course, as the Honourable Minister has highlighted, is that there are wonderful artisans in Fiji. One of the other reasons when we started Fijian Made by Fijian was we wanted people not to lose the indigenous skill sets that you have. In many countries in the world, people who are artisans, who know how to weave mats, how to make pottery clays, how to make pots, many of the older people are losing it because they aren't able to pass it on to the younger people. We are doing this also so we don't lose those skill sets. You don't lose it, you pass it on to your children, and the younger people, some of these girls and boys who are dancing here, actually think, hey, this is a very good thing to do. It's the end thing to do. That's what we're trying to create. So there's a number of things that we're trying to achieve through this expo, through Buy Fijian Made products. You would have also seen various other partners. You've seen, for example, Legal Aid Commission. The booth is over here. Government has this year allocated $4 million. We'll be very soon setting up legal aid offices in Taveuni, in Rotuma, in Kandavu, in various other parts of Fiji, where you will be able to access advice on legal matters that may affect you. Whether it's to do with domestic violence, matrimonial cases, you want to make a will, you want to have other civil matters or criminal matters need to be dealt with, government is providing that service to you for free. And you must get the services. Because just because somebody does not earn enough money does not mean they should not get legal services. We believe everybody should get legal services. In that way you are very much empowered. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the Minister first of all, for her hard work and perseverance. Minister Akbar, you know, Akbar, many of you may not know, Akbar actually means great. So I always tease and call her Minister the Great. But Minister Rosie Akbar has been wonderful in her very grassroots approach. I'd like to thank her and the team for the wonderful effort they put in particular over the past year, and more specifically at this Expo. I'd also like to thank the various development partners, including the UN. It is very, very critical that all development partners work together and complement government's work. Because in that way, we are able to achieve our objectives a lot quicker. After all, as the Honourable Prime Minister today in Sydney this morning said, that we do not want to become aid dependent. We want to get out of it. So we need to be able to work, our partners need to be able to work with us, so we are able to empower Fijians a lot more quickly, a lot more readily, and in a more practical manner. I'd like to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, in particular the ladies who have come here tonight and have been here for the past 2 days, and this is your third day, for your participation. Of course, without you, this would not have been possible. If you weren't here, these booths would be empty. If you weren't here, these booths won't be as colorful as they are. So, Vinaka Vakalevu for your presence. We look forward to your participation next year. We hope to make it even bigger and better and a lot more meaningful for all of you. I wish you a very good evening. Vinaka, thank you.